Yeah, I would say, working at a national nonprofit is definitely a different flavor than working at a local nonprofit. I've had the opportunity to do both. I would say at our local organizations, sometimes you have a little bit more flexibility. You can be a little bit more nimble because it's not such a big ship to steer. But I would say in my current role with Boys and Girls Clubs of America, we're, as a national organization, I would say, really just starting to understand how technology can move our movement forward. And as we're working with our local organizations, I would say that they're a little bit further back on that path. And so that's part of the work of that my team does with my Club Hub, is really helping organizations understand how technology can help move their mission forward and allow their staff to really focus on that mission work instead of some of the the burden of administration that you have to deal with in a nonprofit. I think for our organization, what we're doing that's really unique is it's exciting to do a Salesforce implementation no matter what size, but doing 800 of them is really thrilling, especially when all 800 organizations are very, very different. We are a federated organization like many others on the call, and so our job is to really piece by piece work with our local orgs to embrace technology, to understand how it can help them, and then to take our My Club Hub system and really customize and configure it for each org individually, while preserving what we need at the national level to make it worthwhile to advance our mission.
If I can jump in, I think my answer to almost every question here relates back to being a nonprofit and budget, because that's one of the major constraints we have to deal with in everything. As it was mentioned, it's not often a dedicated role, and so for at least me here, there's a trade-off to that. Having the ability to do all of the vision side of things comes at the expense of having a smaller department, and so consequently, in addition to that wonderful vision work, there is a whole lot of hands-on work that has to be done. So it leads to perhaps a jack of all trades aspect of what I need to cover here. I see my role maybe as threefold. There's the keep everything working aspect of it. That's sort of the baseline of what we need to do. As was mentioned, I think by Tom, thought partner is a huge part of what my responsibilities cover. And sometimes that's technology, and sometimes it's things I never knew I'd be getting into when the day started. And I would say most importantly, I see my job as making it easier for others to do their job, whether those others are staff or constituents at home signing up for a program. That's really the focus of what I try to do.
Nice. The role of the tech leader in not-for-profit is probably one of my favorite topics. I've been around long enough to have seen a lot of evolution in the space. If you go back a lot of years, there used to be a term that was bounced around called, the accidental techie, and it really applied to the not-for-profit space. Somebody just inherited a hat, or because they knew how to use, Word or Excel, they became the tech leader within the not-for-profit organization. I think the good thing is that those days are probably behind us. I think the challenging thing is that they're not far enough behind us. When I think about organizations that build robust infrastructure, modern technology around financial systems, skills, fundraising process, all these things that are overhead, those that do that are often the most successful. So having a technology infrastructure done well with strategy equals success. And I think that the current modern role of the IT leader, or my role within the Y in San Diego, is to be the one that assures that those things happen. Keeping the lights on, keeping the trains running on time are critical. But right now we're seeing a shift of technology strategy is really the bridge between mission and customer. And how does technology come in at a much higher level and create connectivity, those conduits and pipelines between what we do as a Y all the way out to the edge with our customer. Business alignment is still an important topic. It's an old topic. Most for-profit companies have that ship has sailed, but tech within the not-for-profit space, I believe, really needs to be focused on moving to a valued partner. We tend to spend a lot of time in the reactive, so the role of the tech leader is how do we shift that And then I think lastly, the modern not-for-profit tech leader really needs to help the organization understand that technology drives business. It's not what we do, but it's how we do what we do. And technology leaders having a seat at the right tables, to partner with those that are really driving change within their communities. That role and creating that understanding, that link, being that partner is really critical.